Therefore, I would like to welcome everybody, dear Immersive X community, fellow metanauts. Welcome to the third edition of X Hour, our series of events running alongside South by Southwest in Austin in Texas. And once again, we are bringing you a highlight from Immersive X, the Next Reality Festival, an event that pushes the boundaries of immersive experiences. This year, we are excited to host the 5th edition of Immersive X from November 11th to 13th. And if you want to experience a festival that takes place entirely in the Metaverse, be sure to register right after this session. Seats are limited. And with that, let's jump into today's session. What happens when street art breaks free from physical walls and finds a new home in the Metaverse? Dubai-based Inloco Gallery has come up with some unexpected and creative answers to this question. Their innovative approach is to redefine urban art by merging physical and virtual experiences with artworks taken from the streets and stored in a shipping container that visitors can explore both in real life in Dubai and in virtual reality here in VR chat. Each compartment unlocks a deeper dive into the artist's vision, transforming the surrounding environment through real-time immersive storytelling. Now, question is, how does this work? Let's find it out in this X-Hour session, and please welcome Anastasia, Olga, Elsa, and Martha.
Yay! Woohoo! Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you, Thomas. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inloco Open Storage. Yes, we are based in Dubai, and we are very happy to be part of Immersive X Hour. So let me introduce myself and absolutely magical Inloco team. My name is Anastasia, short name is Anna, and I'm a former creative producer of the gallery, both physical and digital version. We also have Olga, she's here. Her name, VR chat name is Kai00, and she's a curator and strategist in Inloco Gallery. And then we have Elsa, her VR chat name is Slosky. Yes, she's jumping now. Shark that is jumping. She's a digital ambassador in Inloco. We also have Marta, who is in a physical gallery. She's a gallery keeper in Dubai, and she will be with us from the screen. And I will introduce you a little bit later. She'll appear very soon. Let me start with a brief explanation what is Inloco actually is. Inloco is a pioneering gallery in the MENA region focused on urban contemporary art, and the project is focusing on collecting art by artists mostly with a street art background. And what is street art? Right, this is the rebellious expression of freedom with industrial vibe. So vibe is industrial, and that's you can see on the screen and here industrial symbol, the shipping container. So we found a unique way to how to showcase artworks without boring white walls, with full respect to our artists. And so here you can see digital twin of the gallery, and let's see how it's works in Dubai. And let me pass the mic to Marta. Marta, please come to the stage. We are very happy to see you on the screen. Here, Marta. I know there's a little bit delay. Yeah. Yeah. So can you tell us more about the space and
welcome.
the ship container and why it's gold? Yes.
Yes, it's an honor to host you. Of course. So I'm Marta, gallery keeper here at Inloco Gallery. where we pride ourselves in being the antithesis to the traditional white box gallery. Instead, our space is theatrical with dark, captivating walls and thoughtful, dramatic lighting. Our vision, and most importantly, is beautifully represented in the metaphor of the golden container. But before I explain this mystery, I will share that we've created a home for unique and accomplished urban and street artists to converge in harmony through public art in a gallery space, a metaverse, and a cultural institution. Now, the golden container. First, the container itself. By encasing creativity in a industrial form typically used for shipping, it playfully elevates its value by transforming a utilitarian object into a shrine for artistic excellence. It is a statement on art's preservation and perception. Second, the container is real gold leaf gilded. Gold has long been intertwined not merely as a sign of wealth, but as a profound spiritual symbol. And it is revered for conveying tangible value, divine light, and transcendence, and so speaks to the spirit of our artists. Now I will show you how it works. Inside this innovative feat of engineering, our artworks are uniquely stored and displayed on moving panels. The structure keeps them safe and in pristine condition, while the moving panels offer a dynamic and interactive way of showcasing them. This not only allows us to create ongoing and evolving exhibitions unbound by the limitation of the gallery walls, but offers a playful and immersive experience for our visitors. I hope you will enjoy our art, our metaverse, and the stories that they carry. Back to you, Asia.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So this is the turban, the first artist, and let me maybe pass the mic to Elsa so you can open the turban in virtual reality and show us.
Okay, and now we are in the world of turban, and I want to pay your attention firstly on the flap of compartment. You can see here the cats, and these two paintings are called Birch Guard 1 and Birch Guard 2, and you can see a lot of birches around and the same cats, but 2D cats jumping around. So here's recognizable images such as an adorable cat or unusual characters can be found both in the artist's studio works and on city streets. In his world, you can chase cats by breaking trees, but you are unlikely to catch up with fast animals. With his colorful, childlike, innocent works, he reminds us of the small things that make a person happy. I also wanted to pay attention that in other worlds of Inloco you can find turbans experience as well at our first intervention. And I want to say that he is the very artist who had a really strong homesickness while taking part in the first intervention of Inloco, and created some kind of birch trees out of, just branches, dyed like birch, because it was the desert and there were no real birches there, of course. And this is how he shared with the viewer this feeling of homesickness. And that's why I really like this birch series. And now I suggest my colleague continue the speech with another artist. I'm going to close the compartment.
Okay. Marta, if you have anything to add about the turban, you can add.
Okay.
Okay. So there's nothing. Okay. Sure thing. You can, there's a delay. So
Sure, I'll pull out one more piece while I share a few more details. These are the Birch sisters, which he imagined an enigmatic tale of these two sisters guarded by their two wild cats, again inspired by trees that he created in the desert. And I just want to share that his aesthetic aligns with the aesthetic of naive art, which is categorized by its childlike simplicity, colorfulness, and accessibility, yet exploring profound themes like belonging, loss, homesickness, grief. And so his work invites the viewer to approach life's challenges with a more open and compassionate perspective on the world. And what a wonderful reminder to approach life's difficulties with humor, childlike curiosity, lightheartedness, and resilience. That's what I think makes him so special. And now I will show you something else.
yes, please show us the next artist. Thank you.
This is Abdurrahman Salah, also known as Loker, or mostly known as Loker, and he is a young street artist whose work spans large-scale murals, studio work, and digital experimentation. Raised in Al-Quba, a vibrant northern suburb in Algiers, he found his first canvas in the urban spaces around him. His aesthetic blends the dreamlike essence of surrealism with magic realism, and he's always asking us to question our own perspective, painting very close up on a detail, or looking up from the ground, or floating above, absorbing us into his point of view. What I love about him is that his interesting color theory stems from his color blindness, a trait that he developed into a unique artistic strength rather than a limitation. Everyday moments take on a psychedelic rhythm with vivid hues, repetition of imagery, and surreal distortions. A repetition you may begin to notice is that of the fried egg. At first, the artist began to paint this instinctively without knowing why. He was fascinated by its contrasting colors and glossy textures that made it appear as if it belonged to an imaginary world. And only upon seeing the completed works did he make the psychological connection that he loved when his mother made fried eggs for him as a child, and it became a symbol of love, care, nourishment, and nurture. Lastly, I will share that Loker's work is a vital reminder to question our reality from different perspectives and embrace the sweet melancholy of nostalgia while devouring the present with unrestrained imagination.
And yeah, everyone likes Loker, and I will show you his virtual part. Welcome to the giant frying pan. Loker's work fits perfectly into the virtual world because of his kind of cartoonish style. So we just keep it recognizable in this world. And we turned one of his pieces into this world, in this virtual space. And to make it more immersive, we placed the viewers inside of this frying pan. Playing with scales, the scale looks impressive, and you know, it's very hard and expensive to create something like
this in physical world, but it's possible in virtual reality. And we also added this nice interactive feature with this giant fork. I need an assistant. Where is Elsa? So you can poke people with this giant fork. But I strongly don't recommend to do it with your VR headset because, you feel motion sickness. Yeah. But with PC, it works perfectly. Yeah, with new perspective. Yeah, it's very cartoonish, very childish, and everyone likes it because with this
Be
colorful.
careful.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Elsa, for your help in this experiment.
Yes, and I think we're ready to go for the next artist, which is Filippo Minelli. And Marta, could you please show us Filippo?
Of course. This is Filippo Minelli. He is an Italian contemporary conceptual artist with a deep exploration and research into contemporary landscape and its cultural dynamics. He is a graduate of the Accademia di Belle Arti di Brera in Milan with a specialization in new media art, and he primarily works with installation and performances, which he then extensively documents through photography and video. He's best known for his urban art practices, particularly the Silence Shapes series, one of which you can see here, where the artist throws colorful smoke bombs in various landscapes. This is a juxtaposition of a device often used in protest with the serene, tranquil beauty of nature, a commentary on peace and the revolutionary upheaval it often takes to get there, whether the battle is social and political or internal, psychological and spiritual. He's highly accomplished, having exhibited in prestigious institutions such as Somerset House in London, Art Science Museum in Singapore, Total Museum in Seoul, amongst many others, and published in exceptional publications like the New York Times, Elephant Magazine, the World Atlas of Street Art and Graffiti, the National, and many, many more. I won't bore you with his CV. But something that the last note I will add is that we opened his solo show last year here called The Idealized City, and I won't go into the whole explanation or we'll be here all night. But what's wonderful is, though, while you cannot explore that physically in the gallery here in Dubai, you can through his world in our Metaverse, which I think is so exciting. And yes.
Yeah, and I think, thank you, Marta, very much. I think at the end of this show, we can just drop the portal for that world that Marta is telling about. But now, if you follow me, I will show you the Filippo Minelli virtual version of his artwork. And you can see, if you go closer to me, you can see on this mesh, on this door, the photo with this bomb, and you can see the bomb on the floor that you can take, and you can see the different colors.
Not all of them, but some of them. Like this one.
So yes, yeah. And it's not legal to use this fog bombs in UAE, but it's absolutely legal to use it here in the Metaverse, which is amazing, I guess. Okay. Shall we go next? Yeah. Okay. So now I'll pass mic to Olga again, and there's a little break for Marta because we don't have paintings of 4 more artists inside of the physical container right now because they are traveling on different art fairs around the world. So let us see some worlds of different artists in virtual version. But Marta will stay with us. And thank you for being kind.
And our next artist is Dusto. He started with graffiti sorry, on the streets and later developed his signature black spray painted line, but you can see it only if you come closer because it's on the other side of the door. Please come closer. And here you can see 2 of his paintings. So about this line is also linked to the circle symbol, which is sacred in many cultures. But as you can see, Dusto deconstructs it, but by crossing it out like this one. So it's kind of a gesture of deconstruction in his works. And the backgrounds in his paintings look like the paint that used by authorities to cover up graffiti. Not this one or this one, but in his other works, it's just gray. So, you know, authority like this gray color to paint graffiti and other art on the street. But for this metaverse, for this virtual world, we used not this series of his paintings, but we used this series with green color. It's not just any green, because, you know, this is very popular in post-Soviet countries to use this kind of green color for coloring kind of old Soviet hospitals and other state offices, and also post-Soviet buildings, stairwells. So everyone knows what this color means. It's very depressing. And this place often have dying plants that no one waters. So this is the reason why we add these plants here around. And they they lose their parts. So yeah, a little bit depressing, but melancholic, but we really liked. And it's very familiar to post-Soviet people.
Great, thank you, Olga. And what about the next guy? Maybe you can show us the next artist.
And next one is Ima. And Ima also comes from a street art background. That's why we place these gray walls around. They're very common in post-Soviet cities as well. And he started with his conceptual works and then moved on to ironic text-based art. But here we're using his floral series. And his flowers are abstract and painted quickly and like fragments of real flowers. But you know the fun fact about this place? Ima is highly allergic to flowers. And by painting them, he faces his fear. So we referenced this in this virtual world by adding tumbleweeds and sneezing sounds. It's kind of a little joke. But don't worry, Ima wasn't offended by this joke. Yeah, I think that's all we have here in this world.
Okay, then let me show you two more artists, and then we'll finish. So, Kita, let me open it. Ta-da! So, what can I say about Hita? This artist trying to see the world through the bluish perspective. Because his wife has an eye disease. It's astigmatism, and his art reflecting her way to see the world, and that's why you can see this floating bluish, colorful palettes that is reflecting his vision. And also, there's a little fun fact that we have here is this the portrait of the cow. I will not go closer to all these details about his artistic statement and concept about the animals, but you can interact to make it fun in the metaverse for kids or for us. So you can come closer to the cows and interact with them. So yes, this cow is dancing, and there's another cow. Try to find another cow and see what is happening with that.
Yes, it was kind of a little joke about Polish cow. Yeah.
And it's making noises, really fun noises. So
It was my idea, and I'm really happy that someone here can recognize this little joke about Polish cow. You guys first recognized it.
you discovered this hidden joke.
Yeah, hidden joke.
Great. Okay, perfect. So let's go next. And let me show you the last one, the Ilinsky. So if you stand closer and see the paintings. So this artist is doing this black silhouettes everywhere on the streets because he called it as his alter ego, and it's very recognizable signature of the artist. And I recently been in Tbilisi, it's in Georgia, and I was so happy because I met this black silhouette, and I yes, this is Alinsky. He's been here, so it was really great to meet the artist from the streets. I mean, from the gallery on the streets as a signature that I can recognize. And why, you can ask me, why is here the old school TV? I tell you why. Because
Why?
yay! Because the effects of the interference looks exactly the same as on his artworks. So he puts lots of layers of the paint on the canvas, and then he removes it like millimeter by millimeter with a drill. So if you come closer to the real paintings on these meshes, you can see this effect that looks like this interference from old school TV screens. Yes. Yay. And yeah, and the butterflies are flying. I mean, because one of the paints he's done is this this butterfly, also very recognizable symbol by the artist. So I think this is it. And let me do the close-up speech. So I can say, so you see the metaverse that allows us implement some interactive and fun elements that can deeply immerse the audience and can allow us to build a bridge to engage more with the artists and their art. And what I want to say at the end, that thank you again, Thomas, for having us at your Immersive X Hour and South by Southwest Festival. And it's such an honor to be a part of it. And at the end, what I want to say is like let's make VR world more fun, collaborative, meaningful, and united. And I think now it's time for the Q&A session, and we can ask Marta whatever you want. She's with us in the physical gallery, and that's it. Ta-da!
So a round of emoji applause for the team before we get to the Q&A session. Thanks again. Thank you very much for being part of this. I've seen this for the second time already, and it always flashes me. It's such a great idea to combine these two worlds, art worlds. But let me first ask our crowd today, do you have a question to the team, either to Martha or to one of our presenters here in World? Please step ahead. Otherwise, maybe I can start with a question. So, having seen this fantastic experience, combining the physical art and somehow transforming it to the metaverse and make it interactive, what was the inspiration for that? Can you tell me a little? Can you tell us a little bit about the story? What did inspire you?
Inspired to build this digital version, or you mean?
Yeah, to somehow expand the or transform street art to the metaverse. Was there an aha moment that made you come upon the idea?
There was very silly story, because I was producing our first art intervention in the desert. It was an abandoned village with the camels and Bedouins, and I brought a group of artists there, and I realized that I want to show it to my mom. But I can't bring her here. I know it sounds very silly, but then that was the first impulse, and then of course it's a joke, but real version is street art is very temporary thing. It's today you see it, but tomorrow, because of rains, because of sandstorms, because of people, because of constructions, there's no exists anymore. And the only way to capture it, to scan it and implement into virtual reality. So we use the LiDAR technology, and it was 2 years ago, 2.5 actually. And and we built the first world, which name is Useless Palace, and we also can drop the portal, and if you want to explore it, we'll be happy to show you this. But yeah, this is the whole point of something that is fragile and not possible, to capture forever. This is the perfect tool to show to the world what has been done. Yes.
Yeah. So street art is not only ephemeral; it's also had something to do with spontaneity and presence in public spaces. And how does bringing street art into the metaverse change its meaning and accessibility and interaction with the audience? How is that different from how you experience art in the streets?
It's different, of course, absolutely. There's no other way to experience street arts other than on the streets. But maybe I can pass this question to Marta, because she actually works a lot on on the art fairs, and she offered the VR set for the audience to present the project. So maybe Marta will answer for that question.
Sure. Something that you've touched on is to give it a permanence beyond the physical world. And then another element is, for example, in countries like the one I am in the UAE, where there are large-scale murals and there is the decoration of spaces, but graffiti and tagging is illegal. So a way to bring that spirit to this part of the world and still allow for some political and counterculture discourse is to offer it virtually, so that it can still exist in this space without physically existing in this space.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, thank you very much. Can you imagine maybe inspiring people that rather into digital art by experience something like that, than taking their art piece to the streets, or doing it vice versa, having something started in the metaverse and bringing that to the street? Could it be possible the other way around too?
Absolutely, and I think it's the great tool is augmented reality. Actually, when you develop something in VR,
That's a great question. Yeah.
In virtual reality, then you can bring it and see it through the devices, but on the street, not visible. Maybe is in the physical world, or actually you can transform it into physical objects. I think that's a great idea that we can think about and implement. That's real cool. Yeah.
Martha wanted to add something, I guess.
My colleague answered it perfectly, but it's just that the digital and physical world can inform each other, and sometimes if you have the freedom to create something digitally without restricting your imagination, then you're able to do it in the physical world. In a way, it's like a first chance with less risk but boundless possibility.
Yeah, I agree, absolutely.
So, how about the audience? Any questions from the audience?
I saw a question from
There's one.
Anastasia.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a question. Please repeat it. Mm-hmm.
We can't hear you.
It's because we can read it. Will we possibly see 3D models of art?
In a physical gallery, not of this art, but there will be an Art Dubai very soon, the art fair, and there you can see the artist who works in this digital, like physical and digital medium, and there will be presenting his sculptures that is becoming alive. So there will be a 3D model of the art, but not presenting right now, right here yet. but then we can edit. So yes, this is how it will be very soon in April in Dubai.
And we are planning to add to this container virtually actually new artists. Like there are here, I think, 7 of them, right? So when we
Right,
will
yeah.
have new artists or new art interventions, we add them to this container with new other compartments, parts of this container.
Yeah, and actually right now in the physical gallery there's a exhibition happening by artist Karim Jabari, and you can see on the screen behind Marta's back there's 3 paintings by Karim, and there's also more on the walls, but we're not showing it right now during this live stream. But after the exhibition will finish, so we'll add the artworks into the container in the physical world and also in the world, and we'll transform the space to one more magical piece.
So if you were seeking for a reason to go to Dubai, do it now. Now you have one. Visit Inloco Gallery to see something truly innovative and disruptive.
Absolutely. Please
So
welcome.
we are, I guess, at the end of our session. Maybe one last question. Is there one? Please. There's a question here. No.
Is there any question from the live stream from YouTube, maybe?
No, don't see any.
Doesn't seem to be the case. So
we were
yeah.
very clear, no questions.
As usual.
Yeah. So thank you very much again
Everything perfect.
to the team,
Perfect.
to Anastasia, to Olga, Elsa, and Martha, for being part of this. And yeah, keep going. I guess this is what I want to say. We are curious to see what's your next chapter. Curious to see what's in Inloco Gallery and what might be the next collaborative approach of your team. And yeah, please let us know. You're part of the community. Keep going. Feel encouraged.
Thank you.
Maybe some final words from my side. I would like to thank our camera team, Carlos and John, for doing the live stream. If you haven't checked it out yet, if you want to do a rewatch, you can go to Immersive X YouTube channel and check it out. Beautiful imagery. Thanks very much to you guys. And yeah, tomorrow's session, tomorrow we got 2 sessions, 2 X hours, one in the enterprise area, onboarding at Commerzbank. The second one is about transformation. You should check them out, be part of it. Thank you very much for today, for coming. Thanks again to the team, and be safe and have a good day wherever you are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo! Thank you. Guys.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thanks a lot.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Marta.
Thank
Special
you.
thanks for you. You're